video contains spoilers, flashing lights, and dumbassery. Thank you if you watch this. Sonic Unleashed, the literal best Sonic game to ever Sonic. I won't be listening to any arguments made for other Sonic games. That's it, video's over. Video's not over. Time to talk about why. Once again, an older game that came out in... Hold on, let me check. 2008? What the fuck? Jarvis.
At your service, sir.
Put the side-by-side between Sonic Frontiers and Sonic Unleashed up on the screen. Holy shit! What the fuck happened here? What is that? Oh god, turn it off, Jarvis. For the love of God, Jarvis, turn it off! Once again, an older game that came out in 2008, and no Sonic game has come remotely close to looking or playing as good as this game does, besides Generations. This game was basically Sega's Crisis, way ahead of its time. Along with the visuals, was the best sense of speed that Sonic's ever had, period. But with great speed and great visuals comes great performance issues due to hardware limitations. It also has the best overall level layouts of any Sonic game, period. I should specify for today's stages only. It's the best Sonic himself has ever looked and the best he's ever been animated. And I don't just mean in the cutscenes, although the cutscenes are peak too, but just in general, for something as simple as the idle animations, for example. From the rail grinding animations effortlessly flowing between each animation state, the weight of the movements, to the homing attacks' fluidity and impact, boosting, drifting, flying through rings, bouncing off of springs, and especially running. Especially when compared to how running feels in Frontiers in comparison.
Brother,
Hell, even the Werehog had some crazy ass animations that look cool as fuck. Even though his kit was overloaded with combos, I'd upgrade that option just to see what the fuck the next one looked like. The levels all have their own unique identity, and there's not too many of them so they don't end up overstaying their welcome. The DLC levels are, of course, completely optional, but are still challenging and fun to play, and give fresh takes on the levels that you'll probably play a few times over to collect the medals needed to access new stages. The boss fights are about as fun as a Sonic boss fight can get, you know. Run around, dodge stuff, boost, and homing attack the boss at the right time. I'll hit you with the hot take again. The Werehog boss fights are better than the daytime boss fights. I felt several guns pointed at me through my monitor, and I haven't even posted this video yet. I'm still writing the script for this thing. You actually have to do mechanics other than just dodging and hitting. You gotta throw things, block, potentially using the dodge button that no one uses, using your arsenal of combo moves when you get the chance to attack, and one of the best mechanics in video games, quick time events.
Everybody agreed that segregation was the worst thing this country ever did.
It's such a good mechanic that they added it for most of the enemies in the Werehog levels and for some sections in the day stages. I kinda sound like I'm being a little bit sarcastic here, but I'm really not. I love quick time events. They're one of the most interactive ways you can have a player perform cinematic moves instead of just watching them happen on autopilot. Give me a Mortal Kombat game where I do a fatality and have to perform quick time events to finish it. You have 24 hours to respawn, NetherRealm. I said the game had the overall best level layouts, and I meant it. The newer games don't have the same skill check of throwing you into a branching path where you have to make a quick decision which way to go, and if you pick wrong, you're going from I gotta go fast to gotta go at the speed it takes this platform to lower. Again, I did say this is specifically for the day stages, but now that I've glazed the game, it's time to talk about its downside, the Werehog. Now, I do like the Werehog, and I think for a first rendition of Brawler Sonic, it was fine, but goddamn, I would be lying if I said there wasn't some issues. Slower platforming is fine and all, but when it's this slow, it just ain't it. There's no skill here, I'm just waiting for it to finish. And then you have the enemies. Not a lot of variation in the enemies, just mostly recolors, and the variations were probably designed something like this. I know what we should do. Here's a picture of the wizard enemy. Yes, go on. But on fire! My god, man, take my spot to see you immediately! I fucking hate these guys specifically. You're telling me I have to use the clunky-ass throwing controls mid-fight to throw water at them just so I can hit them? And then they set themselves on fire again, so I have to do it again? Oh, brother. On the topic of the enemies, the variation only really matters for the night stages. During the day, you just use the enemies for homing attacks for platforming. In the night, you just mostly mindlessly mash away and destroy everything you touch. Your flashy combos you require become kind of pointless because there isn't much you can effectively use them on. Even the bigger enemies will just knock you away mid-combo if you try to do a longer combo on them. Now, with those contention points being set, it does feel good to clear big waves of enemies with his big old stretchy arms, and the quick time events are actual quick time events giving you minimal time or a lot of time based on the enemy's health. If you initiate a QTE at lower health, you have the modern day QTE speed where you can leisure about in your hammock in the backyard for a quick nap, come back and good lord, is the QTE still going? Doing it on higher health enemies is the GigaChad certified gamer method. It's so fast it lives up to the Sonic name. The only thing that finishes quicker than this QTE is me. This QTE is also the super certified gamer way if you played it on the original hardware at like 480p at 15 FPS with 200 milliseconds of input delay. If you hit the high health QTEs on that shit, you are a true gamer. Nowadays, the game has the native PC port thanks to the fans and looks and runs better than it ever has. The story of the game ties it all together quite well too. You get this sick ass intro cutscene which is better than any intro cutscene of any Sonic game, spin-off, whatever the fuck ever. Period. End of story. That's it. Now the video's over. No, it's not. I lied twice. Get fucked. Eggman kills millions, splitting the Earth apart using stolen energy from the Chaos Emeralds. The dark entity sealed within the Earth wakes up, the energies released to change Sonic into the Werehog, and Sonic meets a mysterious friend. The two set off traveling the world to fix the planet and restore the Chaos Emeralds' energy. Simple, sweet, and all lines up for the big showdown with Eggman, where you have the best Werehog boss fight in the game. You learn that your annoying companion is actually pretty cool. He summons a Temple Rock mech that you get to fight with, and you go Supersonic. Then you straight up kill Dark Gaia by flying straight through its eye and most likely its brain, practically putting a supersonic speed and sized bullet through it. That is absolute cinema. It's another game that I find myself booting up throughout the year, every year, just to run around and maybe even play some Werehog levels, even though the Werehog levels are pretty mid. But hey, at least the battle theme slaps and never gets repetitive.